Alright you guys, welcome back to a brand new video. And in today's video, we're going to be playing Madden NFL 16, which is the latest Madden. And we're actually going to be playing the newest game mode called Draft Champions. In this game mode, you have 15 rounds to choose one player each round between 3 different players. And you will not know which players are in the later rounds until you get to whatever round. What I mean is, if I'm in round 1, I have to choose one of the 3 players before I know who's going to be in round 2. I can't look ahead and see or anything like that. And the 15th round, you actually get to choose between 3 different legendary players to add to your team. And your team, to begin with, is a bunch of players who are between the overall of roughly 70 to 73. I mean, there are some worse ones thrown in there, but that's where your starters are pretty much set at. Yes, kind of a shitty team, but you are given 15 solid to good to maybe even great players. You can play this game mode either online or offline, and I do not trust the EA servers considering I just made this video, and right when I got finished the EA servers went down and they made me redraft my team, which is what I'm about to do now. So this is why we're going to stick to offline, and if I'm talking a little bit fast, that's why. Alright, now we have 3 different options between head coach. We can go Marvin Lewis, Jason Garrett, or Mike Patton. Not that big of a fan of 3-4 defenses, so I'm probably going to go either Jason Garrett or Marvin Lewis. Honestly, it's kind of, to me, it's kind of easy running the ball, so I don't really think I need the speed run thing that Garrett's got, and I'm not that great at throwing long passes, so I think I should go with Marvin Lewis. He'll probably help my long pass, I feel like. So I think I'm going to have to go him. And this is our base team to start off with, and this is the first round right here. Now, our 3 options we have is Vontae Davis, which would be nice to have in the secondary, Bobby Wagner, good middle to start the defense off at, and Calais Campbell, a nice solid starter player left end. But I think I'm going to have to go with either Bobby Wagner or Vontae Davis. I think I'm going to have to go Bobby Wagner. Middle to me is important to have. I can live without it, but a good solid middle linebacker is a great to have on the defense. Okay, now our options are John Greco, I believe, James Jones, and Bruce Irvin. Kind of just went linebacker, so Bruce Irvin, sorry, kind of out of the question there. James Jones is he's a good wide receiver to have. I don't really want him though. Or I can go John Greco, which I think he would be nice to have at the offensive line. Because I kind of want to have like 3 good offensive linemen. Okay, now our options are between Julius Peppers, Eli Manning, and Stephen Tulloch. See, now if I knew Stephen Tulloch was going to be here in the 3rd round, I probably would have went Vontae Davis, because Tulloch is a nice middle linebacker to have in the middle. He's a lot like Bobby Wagner in the way that they cover a lot of the field by themselves, and you really don't have to worry about the defense that much when he's in the game. But obviously we can't go him because we did go Bobby Wagner. Julius Peppers, I would go him because I am a fan of him, but he plays left outside, and left outside linebacker does not play that much for me, so he really would not be in the field that much. So I'm probably going to go Eli Manning. Okay, now our options are between Alex Smith, which we just got a quarterback, so don't really need that. James Harrison, which kind of already had a good middle, so we don't really need him. Or Jerry Hughes. I kind of have to go Jerry Hughes here. Be a nice right end to have on the defensive line. Okay, now we can either go Gino Bernard, be a nice halfback to have, Chris Myers, or Zach Ertz. I think I'm going to go Zach Ertz. He'd be a nice weapon to have on offense. He's a solid tight end. Really almost went Gino Bernard though. Alright, now between Tom Ali, Jonathan Joseph, or Elvis Dumerville. Like I said, left outside doesn't play that much for me. And I kind of already have a solid linebacker, so I kind of can wait. I don't really need another linebacker. So I think I'm going to go Jonathan Stewart, make sure I get a halfback. Okay, so now we can go we're in a lot of middle linebackers. Rolando McClain, which obviously we're not going to go him. Ezekiel Ansah, everyone knows, if you know me, you know how much I like Ansah. But we kind of already went right end, so we're going to have to do Andrew Whitworth here. Solid left tackle to have, though. So I'm not really gonna complain that much. It's a much better pass blocker than we probably could get a left tackle. Okay, now we can either go Darius Young, who's a fullback, which we're not going to go fullback and tell you that right now. He won't play probably at all. Kenny Stills or Phil Loadhood. I'm not sure that's how you pronounce his name. I think I'm going to go Kenny Stills here. Speedy wide receiver to have on the outside. Already have two O linemen. Like I said, we're not going halfback. Nice another weapon to match with Zach Ertz. Alright, now we can go Stephen Pay. Mike Adams, sorry, I was reading ahead, or Sanderic Marks. I don't really want to go Stephen Pay because I already have a D end. Do I have a secondary player yet? No, I do not. Okay, so I think I'm going to go Mike Evans here. Not a great strong safety, but he will do for strong safety. Okay, now it comes around that we don't have the best of options. Already have a quarterback, already have a halfback, got a wide receiver, but we kind of should go with the wide receiver spot, just for a spot to fill. Alright, now we're getting to the good options again. Carlos Dansby, like I said, good a lot of middle linebackers, not sure why. Would be nice to have, don't need them. Earl Thomas, great free safety, probably one of the best in the league. Michael Bennett, another good D lineman to have. I think I'm going Michael Bennett. It's either between Michael Bennett or Earl Thomas, obviously. And we don't have a corner yet, which kind of stinks. We only have one defensive lineman so far. I think I'm just going to go, yeah, I'm going to go Thomas, because worst case scenario, if we don't get a corner, I'd like to know we have two good safeties. Alright, see, now we have all three of these positions. So they're kind of stuck in a bad situation here. I think we're going to have to go Fletcher Cox here, because I know I can play him at either D tackle or the other DN spot. If I draft Antone Bethea, Bate, I think it's pronounced, we won't be able to play Mike Adams at all. And Lawrence Timmons, I mean, he's a nice middle linebacker, but like I said, he probably won't play much behind Bobby Wagner. So we're going to have to go Fletcher Cox here. Okay. Now our picks are basically picking themselves. Because once again, we're getting a lot of my linebackers here. Don't have a corner yet, so I think we're going to go DRC here. It's a solid corner to have on the outside. Alright, well, we all know our secondary is going to be stacked because we're getting Will Hill. Don't really need him, like I said. I already went 2 right ends, so we need a third one. Leon Hall, nice another corner to have on the outside. Oh, dude, now this sucks. Like, I would love to go Ray Lewis right now. We might be able to put Bobby Wagner on the outside. We do need a DT. Don't really need a wideout that much. Oh my God, it's Ray Lewis though. You know, how can you say no to that? But it's really hard to say yes because we really don't need him. I think, jeez, I gotta go John Mandel here. As much as hard as it is to say no to Ray Lewis, I do not have a D tackle yet, and that's probably going to kill Bobby Wagner. So it's gonna be nice to have a nice D tackle. Because if I didn't have one, Bobby Wagner probably would not be as effective as he's going to be. I'm not gonna lie, this team that I built, probably the worst one I've built. I've built this 3 or 4 times now. This is probably the worst one I've had so far. Just because the amount of like the same positions we just kept getting. Like we just kept getting linebackers, kept getting safeties, and I'm not sure why. I mean, I know it's basically randomized, but it's like, come on, man, do something decent here. All right, so on offense we got Eli, Jonathan Stewart, Randall, Kenny Stills, Zach Ertz. 2 O linemen, which I usually get 3, and sometimes I get 4 O linemen. So I usually don't have to worry about a line, but this time I'm probably going to. And I don't really have a mobile quarterback, so it's probably going to be a problem. It's going to be hard to run the ball. Probably going to be even more difficult to pass. But we have some solid options on the outside, so maybe that might make up for it. Okay, now defensive line. Not sure how I want to do this. Probably going to want to put the other, what's his name? Jerry Hughes here, left end. It's a little bit of an upgrade, not too much. What is the other position he's starting at? Why is he at left outside line? That doesn't even make sense. That was what? That totally just threw me off guard though. He won't even play a left outside linebacker, so I'm not sure why he was there. He's not even that much of an upgrade either. He's only at 2 overall points better at left outside linebacker. At left end, he's 4. And that raises the team overall up 1 point too. But our defensive line, it's solid. It's going to get the job done. Like I said, Bobby Wagner was a great middle linebacker to have. Left outside, you won't really play much, so that's not really much of a concern. Right outside, you will play, but you also, I think is that Malcolm Smith? Yeah, that is Malcolm Smith. Former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And our secondary, we're definitely going to be able to stop the pass. We have some good guys in secondary. Okay. Special teams not that important. I'm just checking everything out though. Now let's actually see how good. Never mind. Not that important, like I said. Alright, I think it's time to play our first game. I don't know if I'm gonna end the video here or not. But I might add the first game to it. I'm definitely gonna make a transition here when the loading screen starts. Alright, you guys. Now we're going to play our first game. And if you haven't noticed yet, my favorite team is the New York Giants. I'm a New York native, and I do not like the Jets. They are not the best team. And right now we're actually playing Tennessee. Okay, it's not a bad game to start off with. Oh shit, I forgot I was on rookie. But basically the way these games work is the first game you're on rookie, second game you're on pro, third game you're on all pro, and the teams are going to get better throughout the games that you play. I probably won't show all the game. I'll probably just show a couple highlights here and there. Oh wow! Oh, there we go. Jonathan Stewart. Oh, break the tackle, Stewart. Oh, come on, Stewart. Yeah, I get that end zone, baby. That'll probably end the first quarter. I haven't really had much happen. So now we got ourselves third and long here on the goal line. Not the best case scenario. Kind of let the score here, just get a nice easy lead. There we go. Trent Stills in the end zone. Now here's a recent pickup by the Miami Dolphins, and I actually think that would be a pretty good pickup for them because they have some nice young wide receivers on the outside. And I don't think they had to give up too much to get him. Stills, it depends what the linebackers do on the left side. Stills might be open, Hickson could be open, Ertz could be open. Randall probably not. Oh, Stills was open. I didn't think the linebackers were going to do what they did. And we got Stills at the back of the end zone there, one-on-one coverage. We got number 10 to number 10. 13 seconds left, 13-0, New York Giants. I'm not sure why I said that quick, but I meant the whole 13 being an unlucky thing. We actually have Mark Sanchez as a backup, which he sucks. So, yeah. Oh, come on, Hall, you gotta pick that. I actually don't think I've mentioned this yet. So I'm going to now. Here, I'll show you one second. Let me pick a play. Okay, as you can tell, we got the stars. We have John Randall, Bobby Wagner, or Thomas all have a star. Those are basically the best. I think those are basically just the best 3 players in your team. I usually end up with like at least one on offense, but obviously this time I didn't. Well, of course we can't stop the post. So I think that's basically how it works. Is a lot of times I don't want to challenge that. That is pretty good. A lot of times you end up one offense, one defense. That's usually how I want to do it. Or 2 offense, 1 defense. I like to split it. I usually don't like to have all 3 on one side of the ball, but with the picks we got, we didn't really have much of a choice. So. Oh, look at this maneuver by Jonathan Stewart. Turn him. There we go. Don't do it in White Stills. Let him score. Let's go, baby. 48-yard run by Jonathan Stewart. Put me up 4 scores. 4 scores 7 years ago. Oh, baby. Jonathan Stewart touchdown in the game. 44-yard run. Put me up 5 scores. That didn't even matter anyway. Like I said, this game was over long ago. Yeah, I think this next couple games probably be a little bit tougher because my O-line is very weak. And we have to only have drafting 2 guys in the O-line. Let's check out the stats. Eli was 9 for 10, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Stewart, 12 for 199, 3 touchdowns. 16.5 yards a carry. He really couldn't get 1 more yard. Come on. He also had 2 catches for 19. Stills had both touchdowns. Hickson 2 catches, so it's 2. Andrew had 1. Let's see. We had a good amount of stats today, more than I usually have in 3-minute quarters. We had okay. We only had 3. I thought we had more. John Randall and Nix and Jerry Hughes. Come on, John Randall. You're a legendary player. You can only manage 1 tackle. Come on. All right, though, guys. Let me cut to when the loading screen's done. But that's probably gonna be all for this video, guys. Next video, I think that's probably where I'm gonna cut it. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm kind of still figuring out this whole editing thing. So I'll probably show you the next 2 games in the next video, and then we'll call it there. But for this video, we'll call it here. Thank you guys for watching, and